This is my Asiwaju story. Muslim potato gas. And knows about Asiwaju, about just about shit. No, very good biography about you.
Thank you very much, Peter. My name is Ambassador Dr. Otunba Bamidele Akingboye. I'm from Ondo State, to Otunba government, and my mother, she's from also Ondo State, from Northern Central District, which is Owo. I'm the candidate of LVP in the state, Social Party, running for the governorship in this present time. I'm a businessman, I've been entrepreneur for 40 years, and I believe I know the story of Otunba very well. Politics is about business. It's about somebody who can think how to take care of his people, his community, and those that are living in the state or in the country who is going, and try to assist my people, because I don't like the way they are living. Ondo State as a state was created in 1976. If you look at what we have in that state, I still believe that Ondo State is the best and the richest state across the globe. So that is why I choose to fight this battle. Because I always call myself a freedom fighter. The family was enlisting me on the streets. And the only way I can fight is for me to go to my people and tell them that I can do something better for them. And I've been on this race for 24 years of my life. If I finally find solace with a brilliant and good person, I'll call them LVP. Thank you very much.
I believe choose to be an LVP.
If we look at our president, the leader of Yoruba today, and the president of Nigeria, where did he start his politics from? It was from the LVP. And if you look at our deceased president that was never sworn in, which is Abiola, where did he find the party that gave him the opportunity to aspire and won the election, which is very good. And if we also look at my state, Ondo State, Olumilua, where we still have marriage with Ekiti, we govern that state with LVP. It's a very good party. And that is the party we in the Omodwe, which that is I believe in that party.
How long have you been in politics?
I have been in politics for too long. I was part of the Abiola campaign.
So you are part of the struggle of Abiola?
Yes, I was part of that as a young.
Yeah, and so you're part of the struggle.
I am part of the struggle, but as I said, you might not see me on the street of Lagos or street of Ibadan or somewhere, but as a freedom fighter, I put my own words to my people.
So we are the lion of the state.
Yes.
Yeah, we're doing that to the president. Yeah. What can you tell me about Asiwaju? How do we go to know Asiwaju? Who is Asiwaju? What is Asiwaju to you?
One thing I will tell people about Asiwaju, and I believe as a young man today, we have the same attributes. We don't take no for an answer. We might pretend about it, but since we are convinced in our heart that what we want to do is good enough for the people to buy into, and we believe that we are serving our creator, that we are not going to offend our creator, we go for it. We might be telling you, no, but that thing we want to do in our heart, we always go for it, and we get it at the end of the day. That is why I always admire him as a great man. He's a great man.
You have never showed me about Asiwaju. You've not really the inner of Ashwaju?
I know him from the Abdullah time, and we agreed with man that was consistent, that he knows what he wants, he believes in himself, and he believes in carrying his people by his shoulder. Like when
He doesn't like his people suffering.
no at all.
Just the way you want to do in Ondo State.
That's true. We believe that fight first. But so many people will not really know what he's doing. But in him, he knows what he's doing. So I know him as a tortured man and somebody that we always deliver what he promised to do. It might take time, it might not look the way for looking at it, but at the end of the day, there must be life at the tunnel.
If you look at Ashwaju, it's part of the struggle of our parents. Can you little briefly detail about it, during the therefore how we got to run away from the country just because of his people, because you're a Democrat person.
I will put an average Yoruba. They say major. I have a major Bamidele Akingboye. As a fighter, which I know him to be, he took the right decision when he has to exit. The family, the great man should know when to exit when we are fighting. Because if you don't know when to exit or when to keep time, that fight will just be completed. So we have fought the Nadeko fight. We are very, very shaken, we are family, but he knows how to calculate. He knows when to exit, which is key to everything we are doing. We are family. And as I said also, he's a man that knows what he wants. His aspiration was to become the president of this country and replay it in the right way. You finally get it. Yes, fun. Yeah.
Yes, sir. How will you describe democracy then and now? Democracy is 25 years in Nigeria. What can we say to it, sir?
The democracy in Nigeria is very, very, very young. So what we are doing now or what we are seeing in our democracy, there is no child that will not crawl and want to walk. We have to go through the teaching problem, which I believe is what we are going through. We are still learning how to walk. The family. So the gestation of crawling is what we are, and we're about to walk now. So my opinion is that our fellow Nigerians should please allow us to crawl. Because if you don't walk and start crawling, you never walk. It is a process.
You're telling the Nigerian Rome is not able to do it.
It was. For me, I've been in the process of me becoming a governor of Ondo State for 24 years. My former party, 5 times, I tried to get the primaries with the second me. And I said, God, what will I do this for somewhere else? You achieve what you want from me. But it was a process, learning process. With 2 gentlemen that are coming out in PDP and APC today, the kind of experience I gathered in those days, they can never have it. I'm at the senior prefect in this business. For me to face something for 24 years back to back and I do not relent, it's not a job. I know what it takes for me to satisfy that to be in the state because I've been in the bread. I know what they want. I've seen all the mistakes that have been done by the bad governments. It's just for me to correct it. I don't want me to cheat about it.
So in Lagos, when I showed you the governor of Lagos State, we lost investor. Bringing investor to the country, just the way I showed you. How is it to you?
What does an investor want? Hopefully, that provide security for any investor that you are coming. Yeah, currently things that being protected, they will get it. The family. The second thing is the level playing ground for the policy that is going to assist them in bringing in their money, investing it, And when they want to go back, they can purchase their money. That policy is very important. You see, on those states today, I keep on saying it. Every day I walk on the street of my states, I see a lot of opportunities. Angry troops. Yeah, those are things I'm going to tap into. Angry troops, think out of the box, create wealth within my people. But the truth is that if you govern a state, you can only offer what you have. What you don't have, you can't give. And that is why we are facing this situation that unfortunately everybody's shouting. They are hungry. And when a man that has been enduring, you understand me? When a poor man, the man that is begging God to survive, you understand me, takes all the pains, they can survive it by taking all the pains in this world. By the time they say they can never take it again, there is danger there. It's like we are sitting on a gunpowder. Ondo State people are hungry. That is a state that if you give somebody 2,000 naira, it's like 2 million naira. How will they survive? So, from my own point of view, my dear, I am going to create a lot of wealth in that state. My people will come back to say thank you, Jesus, because immediately they can find something to eat, they have something to do. They will not give the glory back to devil, Allah, or they give it back to Jesus Christ. So we can create wealth. And your question is that can we attract investors? Yes, we can. Because there are some policies we are going to pass when I get to government in Ondo State that will attract investors. And I will tell you something. Also, abandoned projects in Ondo State, we are going to put an end to it. If somebody that we identify had a project, I will continue it. If it's not up to the standard way of doing it, I will model it and package it and do it. And I will use this media to also talk to the other state governments. They should stop abandoning projects. Understand me? If you meet it, continue it. Understand me? And you see that things will move. But you get in here, you want to bring your own policy and keep the other one. Continuity is very, very important.
Asiwaju did in Lagos. So that's what you want to do. Exactly. Just take continuity.
The continuity in government.
About people being abandoned project, not doing it. Another person complete the project. So yeah, you can still continue.
Yes, I will talk about my state. Ondo State is a very good state, a vast state that is yearning for development. If you look at Lagos State today, about 5,000 people pass through every day to go to Lagos State. Most of them don't have where to live, they don't even have family, but when they get to Lagos State, they will survive. Why can't they stop in oil? Because if we create the employment in my state, they don't need to cross to Djibouti after Djibouti to Lagos State. And we have more and more and more advantages than most of the states in Nigeria. We are one of the states that has from Savannah to the Atlantic. There is nothing you put on our soil that will not grow. You don't need fertilizer to do it. In Ondo State, there is none of the good mineral resources that you look for in Ondo State that you don't have. Look at Philippines today. They generate over $5 to $6 billion on tourism every year. In the Southern Senatorial District, which I come from, is Ondo State. Go to Ilaje and Eseodo terrain. Ilaje and Eseodo is more beautiful than the Philippines. But we are not making even $1 from tourism. I can remember that in 1976, Ondo State was noticed on the world map. What brought us to the world map? It was the oil palm in my own local government in my village called Otunba Oil Palm. And in that 76, I was there as a young boy. When Nigeria Airways for the first time flew to Igodolisa, where I come from, what did they come to do? They told the Malaysians to pick our palm fruits, then from Malaysia. In 1993, as a businessman, as a traveler, I traveled to Malaysia just to witness the first tall twin building, tallest building across the globe. When I got there, what I saw that they did with our armed force, yes, it was amazing. It was amazing. And if you Google it, as at that time, within 76 to 1993, they were selling across the globe over $4.5 billion of palm products. October oil palm, where they pick this from, they are not selling 4 million naira. Is that not appalling?
Well, if I can remember, Oluwa glass is one of the best.
If you look at Oluwa glass, that is down moribund in 70, that was feeding the whole of West Africa then. It's now moribund. If you look at the raw material that we are supposed to be using in this glass factory, a lot of countries are looking for it. We have it right from Araramiobo to Shekelewu, which is the longest shoreline in Africa, untouched. What do we have there? This is silicon sand. Take the sand from Ondo State beachfront. Look at the one in Lagos State beachfront. They are two different things. Our own is the silicon sand. So what is our problem? We cannot work on it. These companies are dead. Our rubber plantations are there. We used to use our local tire before. These people, they've gone. And from 4 years to 4 years, we have governors that will come, they will not even look at it again. We are supposed to be feeding Africa.
Not Africans.
You see, we are standing there. Today, as I said, my terrain in Ondo State is one of the best terrain to plant rice, cassava, and others. You understand me? As of today, we are still importing rice. I'm also a rice farmer. I have my mill in Abuja here. You understand me? There was a time in the year 2000 when Obasanjo came to power. I brought in 40 Chinese just to Nigeria, just as my own contribution to Baba Obasanjo's problems. 40 Chinese, I paid their fare. I abhorred them. I came with Bank of China. They were ready to invest $12 billion into Nigeria as at then. I came with Great Wall of China. They are the people behind all the technology in China, all the satellite, everything. So they shot into space. It is the glory of China that did it. I came with them. I came with the best farmer, rice farmer from the University of Annan, 7 professors, and others to mention a few, 40 of them. Baba finally gave us an audience after about 20 days. And Baba tried. I could remember Nicola Gadi as a minister of power and steel. He called Adini as the minister of the works there. He called Tema Chikwe as aviation and others. As I speak, my dear, none of them took up this opportunity to use. The only person, I'm talking before the television now, so Nigerians should hear, is Boroface. He was the DG of NASDRA. I gave my people from the Great War to him. And you will hear about the communication satellite that was shot into Africa, into our space. It was my baby. I was not able to pay a price for it. It was the Chinese I brought that worked with NASDRA then. And that was achieved. If you minus 2000 from my age, you know how young I was then. But I've been trying to assist my community and my country. You understand me? The 7 professors, I took them to my own state, which is Ondo State, and they told me that, Benson, that's what they called me, that from what they've seen here, what we just need to do is for us to build an institute called Rice Institute. What are we going to be doing there? Just to teach our people them to go to university to learn how to plant rice. That we should just train them to plant rice in all the central districts. We hope have good terrain between the north, central, and south that can plant rice in all our terrains. Understand me? that if we can do that, that in 4 years, Ondo State as a state will be able to feed the whole of Ondo, Nigeria. We are about maybe about 140, 150 million there. That we will be self-sufficient from Ondo State rice plantation. And after another 4 years, we'll be exporting rice. And if you look at our records, then we were importing into Nigeria rice from Thailand, from Vietnam, from China, or India, over $7 billion then. So if they had allowed me to come in then to serve my state, I could have been planting rice in my state, feeding my country, exporting, and we can save that $7 billion. You understand me? And where I'm going to is that my president, Mr. Asiwaju, should look inward. There was a time that China shut their door. What am I wearing? Ankara. This my Ankara is 2,000 naira. The tailor sold this Ankara with how much? 1,500. So my dress is like 3,500. If you cannot wear Ankara that is made in Nigeria, travel out of this country, don't come back. If you cannot eat our Ofada rice or Otunba rice, my rice is called We African. You understand me? It's in the market. If you cannot eat my rice, you can go to America and eat it. Stay there, don't stay here. If you cannot take our local milk here, you understand me? Eh? So, our president should look inward. The kind of money we are using to import is too much. The way forward, that is what I'm trying to advise now. You understand me? We should stop those unnecessary importation that is coming to Nigeria. Must we use those big refineries? No. The southeast, the south, and even part of Kogi. These are functional refineries. That one will be able to take care of what we need. Must Nigeria be importing fuel? Now, it's uncalled for. It's uncalled for. If you have to invest into a mini refinery of 5,000 to 10,000 barrels, less than $50 million, and this one can be achieved, is a modular. It can be achieved in 1 year. If we have 6 of those in Nigeria today, our problem is solved. If Ondo State that has palm oil, Cross River has, you understand me, we cannot feed ourselves. We are still importing palm oil to feed from Malaysia. Can't we invest money in those areas? Can't we go into agriculture? You understand me? So there is a lot to talk about. This is not rocket science. I know they will say government. Yes, we ourselves, we should help the government. You don't need to wait for government to come and patch the small pothole in front of your house. This is what you can buy cement of 5,000 naira and patch it. But they will leave it on that until that is turned to what we call a dish. So we citizens of Nigeria, we should also help the government. The government can be everywhere. We should also help. And we have the idea of not praying for our country. When we have 200 human beings and saying our country is not good, it's not good. We should be telling God that our country is good. Let's pray for the country. The country will change. So I'm listening to you.
My Excellency, thank you very much. Yeah. What I just want you to tell the youth now, majority of the youth, focus on social media too much. Give them what they don't even know. Because if I could tell you, when Asiwaju was the governor of Lagos State, then I think majority of this youth doesn't know where Morocco is. They don't know how Morocco was built back. And the youth now will come. What advice will you tell the youth of Nigeria? Because the youth has been put in power and most of the youth messed up the power. So what advice will you give to the youth?
Point of correction. Can you name 1, 2, 3 youths in Nigeria that government has given power to? None. This is the country.
But this current president gave. opportunity to the youth.
What is the percentage of the opportunity given to the youth? We should talk to our elder first. Understand? The first thing we should talk about is that any country that doesn't have a successor can never move on. If you go to part of my local government, they will say youth leader of a party is 70 years old. Is that a youth? The government should always have a successor, someone to hand over the government to. And how can you do that? Immediately a government is formed, try to bring the youth to be part of that government. Try to train them how to fish. Try to train them your knowledge, tell them about your knowledge and how they can survive when you eventually leave the government for them. But in a situation in which you don't even consider the youth, what do you want them to do? But if the youth is being given opportunity, or they are given opportunity for them to be part of the government, our industries, our schools, our farms, you understand me? Definitely they will have sense of belonging. But when you abandon them, they will definitely find ways of surviving. And it is very, 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 very dangerous what is happening in Nigeria. You understand me? It is very, very, very dangerous. Millions of our students coming out of the university every year.
Most of the youth doesn't want to work. Everybody wants to do Yahoo.
They want to do Yahoo. They say an evil mind, an idle mind is a devil's workshop. When they don't have something to do, which I don't encourage them to do, you understand me? What do you want them to do? You leave university, you don't have a job. You sit at home. As I speak, there are some parents that send their children to university. They manage to send their children to university. The children will come back from the university and they will start living with the parents, no jobs. A child of 23, 24, 5 years old has a girlfriend or has a boyfriend. They will impregnate each other. They will have a baby. They will still bring the wife home, bring the child or the husband home. That father and mother will still be feeding them.
Do you know that there are a lot of things they can do? Even if, because I know you, when you are a youth, you don't depend on your parents.
Yes.
You still have something working hard.
But they encouraged me. You understand me? My father was a furniture maker. You understand me? When I was a young boy. When I come back from school, I have a place to go. I work with him. I learn how to do the carpentry work. I will build my own safe, build my own table, build my own chair. You understand me? That I have to go and sell. At times I have to put it on my head and go and sell and come back home. I was engaged because my father was a craftsman. You understand me? But those that their father are civil servants, or their father doesn't even have a job to do, what do you want them to do?
Because that's why I told you technology has spoiled a lot of things, sir.
You see, that is why if we think technology has spoiled a lot of things, our government should put those children back to school and let them go into research. I saw a video yesterday. A young boy built an excavator. You understand me? And he was using syringe and water to do what? To operate this excavator. And that excavator was taking sand and putting it back in the tipper. An American government will immediately take that child and give the best to that child. Chinese will take, Western world will take, but here in Nigeria, that boy is suffering. Nobody is looking for that boy but me. I've sent a message up since yesterday that they should please look for that boy. And that is part of what we are going to invest money into. We don't need to go to school to be PhD holder. There are some with native intelligence. Some are just blessed by God with full of bunch of talents in them. You understand me? We should look for those children and try to put a lot of money into research. That is what we are lacking in Nigeria. By now, we should be building our own vehicle. We should be building our own armor tanks. You understand me? All these are not rocket science. So I will seriously beg the government of the day. Let's solve this problem of hunger first because people are hungry. And the meaning is that if hunger is out of suffering, you understand me, that suffering is ended. You understand me? Let that one
be taken care by the present government, and their detention will less because they are hungry. I will sincerely beg Mr. President, if this one will be just 2-point agenda that you want to look at now, you understand me? There was a time we have granite pyramid in Nigeria. There was a time we have cocoa, our timber, to mention a little, our wool, cotton wool that we were exporting before we start going to granules, crude oil. You understand me? We can come back to agriculture in Nigeria. Let's look inward. We can come back to agriculture. Let's encourage. Let's buy the tools. Those that can do it, give them enough resources to do it. Not those that will take the money and go and give to their family. Let the government partake in each state and let's go back to agriculture. Let's feed our people first. When we are no more hungry, you understand me, and the security is there, the country will move forward. This country will move forward. We are not lazy people. We are very strong people. We are ready to work. But when the work is not there, what are you going to have to do? So I will use this opportunity to beg Mr. President again, please, let us try to feed our people. It is very easy. If you plant cassava, in 6 months it will grow. You plant corn, in 3 months it will grow. You plant tomato, in 3 months it will grow. You plant rice, in 6 months, the rice is ready to be harvested.
Yeah, thanks the candidate of the SDP, sir.
Yeah.
What are your agenda? That you like to go for those people that this mind of that sunshine state will come back to your state?
Thank you very much. There is a lot of blessing in disguise in my state. Number one, that we form ceramic, like the Otunba oil palm, like the Otunba glass, you understand me? Like the cocoa factory is selling what is it called, chocolate across the globe for $12 billion every year, and they don't plant one single cocoa. You understand me? And as I mentioned earlier on, if Malaysia that took our palm fruit and take to their country, as at today they are selling over $7 billion across the globe on palm fruit and palm oil. You understand me? Why can't we also do the same? It's just for us to make an enabling environment for our farmers, for our youth, and for those that are interested in this. We cannot all become a white collar. I'm an accountant, but I never practiced all my life. I've been doing my business. I'm an entrepreneur for 40 years. I've been running my own show. Understand me? Ondo State is well blessed. And I was discussing with my friends a few days ago. Look at Dangote Refinery, for example. It was supposed to be built in my state. That project is over $20 billion. You understand me? If you look at other projects surrounding Dangote Refinery within 20-kilometer radius, if you put all together, like the Indomie, the Ethan company, the Deep Sea Port, they are trying to build the Lagos City Airport now and others, to mention a few. In a cluster of 20 kilometers, it's about $40 billion investment, where about 5 million human beings will be working on a daily basis if all this thing crystallize. Understand? What is left for Lagos State as I speak on land that boundary Ogun State and Ondo State? It's less than 20,000 hectares of land. You understand me? And most of the communities that own this property, they've taken those lands. You understand me? So that is part of what I'm going to do immediately, which I'm even working on now. On the day I become the governor, that they saw me in the second week, we are going to break the ground and start working. Because Lagos State need us. They need Ondo State. That is one. There is no type of marble granite you want in Ondo State that can't find. All the pitches, both in male and female, beautiful colors. We can work on that. So I won't mention everything I want to do here so that I will not sell my idea. But I'm telling you, I've been to most of the business schools across the globe, you understand me? And I've learned a lot. As an entrepreneur and as a businessman, I know how to think out of the box to manage my people and to create wealth for them, create businesses that will make my people to be happy and what I'm trying to do. And my prayer for Nigeria is that there is nothing patient cannot do. Understand me? Rome was not built in a day. And I will also refer back to our leader, our President Asiwaju, that they should be patient with him. He's a brilliant human being. He's an excellent man in what he's doing. It might be hard now, but I know everything will be okay. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. And he should not add sentiment to business. If you find out that most of his commissioners, his ministers, his directors are not performing, you should let them go. And as I said, I always look for the best brain. If the best brain that can manage an activities in any of the ministries from Kogi, please go there and pick that person. If that person is strong enough, please go there. Don't add sentiment to it, because if you fail, they will not blame them, they will blame you. And this is my advice for him. I still have the time to correct the narrative now, because people are agitating and they are saying so many things. We are outside there, they might not hear it. That is what they are saying. Please, sir, you can correct it. You have your pen to correct it. If you give somebody an opportunity and the person is misusing it, change it. It is about 200 million Nigerians. It is not about you or about that person. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
And should I use this atmosphere to please talk to my people in diaspora and all the Ondo State indigenes that this is your son, Otunba Bamidele Akingboye, that has been fighting for the people for the past 24 years in the state. People of Ondo State. For the past 24 years, for me to get a platform under my former party, SDP, which they denied me for 24 years, I have finally found a platform to run my election in Ondo State. I need your cooperation. It is true that we have over 2 million Nigerian Ondo State indigenes that registered, that have their voters' cards, but they hardly comes out to vote. Please try me, change the narrative, vote me in, and I will do the best for you within the 4 years. And if I don't do well, you can vote me out after 4 years. But try by error will not work. Sentiment will not work. We need somebody that can correct the narrative in the state. And for me, if I don't do it now, prosperity will not forgive me. And that is why I'm putting everything God has given to me to make sure I get a platform. And I'm begging people from those, especially our youth. The votes are in your hand. Please come out and come and vote for me. Thank you very much. And I appreciate you all. God bless you all.